Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the 100 Days of Comics Challenge. I'm your host, Sunny, or PM Baltazar. So this is week 8. We've hit our halfway point on the challenge. Day 50 was Monday, I think. This is very exciting. And I didn't realize how close we are to April. And for me, the challenge ends like April 24th, I believe, which is very scary and very weird because next year I'm going to be a senior. Senior means graduation. And I feel like so many years have gone by very quickly, but like looking back on where I have been and where I am now, it's very weird, very, very weird, to say the least. Speaking of school, we recently had our Pride Day, or I mean not recently, like today was our Pride Day at school. It was very fun. If I hadn't come to my current school, I don't think I would have been as happy as I am now. And I have a lot of thanks to say to the school, and to those who surrounded me, and for being such amazing individuals, and like coming to an art school has impacted my life so much, and I don't think I would be where I am now without it. I've been given so many opportunities, and I hope I'll still get those types of opportunities and meet those same kinds of people. Because at my school, it's an art school, so you meet a lot of like-minded people, and if this is what it's like in college when I'm surrounded by so many similar people with me, not just individuals who are within the arts, but individuals who have the same interests as me, and then I'm very excited for that, but also very, very scared. Yeah, so, and I think it means so much to me, like Pride Day, because I went to a Christian art school, or not a Christian art school, I just went to a Christian school. And at my Christian school, obviously, they don't speak so well about the gay peoples, you know? So I think just having a day of representation, it's very, very important, very, I don't know what's the word, but very, I don't know, it's very welcoming, because you're surrounded by, like, friends and peers that support you, and, like, if they don't, then there are going to be a group of people who will. You know, my school has a GSA, and they're the ones who've been organizing Pride for the whole time I've been at that school. So it's really, really nice to go to a school that has Pride Day, you know? And it's one of those things that's part of OSHA culture, or not OSHA, yeah, you know, it's part of my school culture. And it's really cool to go there. It's really nice. Yeah, it's something that I think everyone recognizes as, oh, this is our school's culture, you know? So, yeah, so, if Parade Day had never happened, then, like, who would we be? Will we still be the same school, you know? It's that kind of thing. And it's just very important to me. Because I grew up, like, being told to hate this group of people that I didn't realize that I was a part of, and I never voiced or, like, identified in a way that, like, it's like, oh, gay people are bad. I was never like that. I think because of my exposure to the internet at a very young age, I think I grew more, I guess, not conservative views, and I was a lot more lenient in my views growing up, especially in the anime community, like, you know, your yaoi or niri or whatever. I was exposed to that pretty young, so I think my tolerance to it was really, like, I had very, very high tolerance towards it, so I never understood or, like, agreed when people were like, oh, great, gay people, oh my god. And, I grew up, I went to a school, and when I got accepted to my art school, a lot of the teachers were like, oh, be careful of the gays or whatever. Which was like, oh, okay, whatever. And, like, it was before I, like, started like before I got in, some of the teachers, or one of my teachers, was talking about how like gay marriage was legalized, and this was around, like, I want to say 2014. When was gay marriage legalized? Anyways, and it was like before that, and like when the other states were like legalizing it, and not like the whole country was. So they were talking about how like, oh, we need to come together as like a Christian community and like pray for these people who are like legalizing gay marriage and like same-sex marriage, you know? And like the teacher turned to me and was just like, oh, I know you want to go to this one school because your nieces go to the school I go to right now. And she was just like, oh, I know you want to go to the school, but my niece, there are trans students in her class. They're starting to their transition. And I was like, okay, if you have like particular views that you like don't, you know, if you just have particular views, you don't have to voice it in such a way that like calls out the school that I go to now, or like the school I was auditioning for, because it's just like, you know, there's gonna always be different kinds of people wherever you go. Like, you can't just be very not tolerant of them. And I'm sure she wasn't the type of person who would have like called them out, but she was very much against like gay people and like LGBT people. And a lot of my teachers were, well, like, it was only like one or two of them that voiced that kind of opinion, but it wasn't like a violent thing. I forgot what I was talking about because my dad came by, but I think it was just, yeah, I'm just very glad that I came to the school that I'm at right now, because, yeah, you know, for the reasons that there are so many more like-minded people with like-minded views, and a lot of the people that went to my old school weren't like the best, and I associate them with a lot of memories I had, like, looking back on them now from more of an outside perspective, I guess, it went from being something that was very painful to like something that was more building. I don't know how to explain it, but being a third year in high school now, I think I could look back on those memories, and not feel bad about them anymore, or like be afraid of what they think of me, or what someone's gonna do in my Christian school if they found out I was gay, you know? So I think it's important to have a accepting community, or like at least have an accepting group of friends or people you care about that like know who you are and like what you're about, you know? Because a lot of the time I was very much a outsider at my school. Not really an outsider, but more like I didn't really fit in anywhere. And I did have groups of friends, and I did have like a good time. There were gonna be times that I had a fun time and like had a good time with like the people I met and like people I grew up with, basically. But a lot of them, it all comes down to like that I was very much I guess excluded, or I was just very what's the word? I don't know, it wasn't like a bullying type of thing and I was purposely omitted, but it very much felt like that, and for a long time I didn't know like who I was, and it was not until I realized like, oh, there's an art school, I gotta go. And I tried out for the art school for like 3 years, and my third try, I got in, which was amazing. And like people in my class were very supportive about it, and which was nice, but you know, I think I really needed to go to like a different school, and if I hadn't, I would have been going to a Christian school anyway, or some kind of religious school, which would have not been fun, and I don't think I would have been as happy as I am now. And I'm very, very happy to be where I am, because I ended up reconnecting with old friends from the school's summer camp. I met 2 people at the studio I go to, from the summer camp at this art school that I go to, and like reconnecting with them has made, like, transitioning from a small, like, homophobic, I guess you could say Christian school to a, like, much larger charter art school when, like, I went from going to school at, like, 8:03 to 3 o'clock to, like, an 8:05 schedule to 5 o'clock almost. And, it just made it so much easier for me. Because I'm not the best at talking, and the fact that I even knew people, or like were aware of people that I knew of from my past, and like were like good parts of my life, is so beneficial, and it's been so nice. Like the people I've met throughout my so far 3 years, it's really been nice, and I'm making a lot of friends that, or like I have a lot of friends that I'm probably going to keep in touch in, and I know people say like, oh, the people you meet in high school, you're not going to be friends with them forever. And even if that's the case, you know, might as well cherish them now. Because, you know, there are these people that have been supporting me since, like, day one, I guess, and it's that in contrast to people who have, like, I don't have great memories with. It's such a big leap, and I'm just glad they've all been there for the past 3 years, and I've been in the same friend group for all of high school, basically. And it's been very, very nice. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's just very important to have a school like mine, or like a more welcoming and like supportive environment in a school, because that's how students thrive and like become the best they could be. And that's very important because, you know, just in general, to have like a good school name, you gotta be catering to the students' needs. And I'm aware that not every school is like this, and you won't really meet many students at school that are like mine, because mine is very, very, I guess, democratic. I don't know how else to explain it, but we have the community is very accepting, very, very welcoming, so that might contrast with so many other schools where, like, maybe the gay population isn't as big as ours, and maybe you don't have Pride Day, or, like, you know, where gay people are welcome left and right, you know, and I don't think I would have become the person I am right now if I had gone to, like I said, like if I had gone to a regular Catholic Christian school, and I think I would have, you know, not been happy. And I think I've realized so many different things about myself, and like reflecting back on my past without like worrying about what those people thought of me. And I think that's a very big part of my life right now. And just having that self-realization, it's very, very important to me. And I hope that many other people can find that as well. And that's why, sorry, my dad interrupted again. But that's why I want to become an artist and keep pursuing art, because I know there's a lot of people who aren't in great situations, and like have to look up to and like absorb different kinds of things in order to feel okay with themselves. And I think that's what I want to do. I want to become that kind of inspiration, and like Tilly Walton and Julian Tamaki have been to me. I want to be that type of person. And I love comics, so I want to use that to give some kind of escape to someone through like the work I do. And like I know a lot of people, like especially non-art people, and especially parents and family, they might not understand art, and like that you could pretty much get a job from it, because art is a career that's not really looked at as a real job, quote unquote. So yeah, that's my spiel about it, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really know if I was even going to make commentary on this video, but I guess I talked about my experiences, and it goes with the drawing I'm doing right now for this whole thing. So yeah. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you guys for week 9. Stay prideful.